Hello and welcome to this video. Today we will discuss the topic Introduction to Management. We will cover the definitions, managerial roles and functions, and the textbook that I will follow for today's class is Essentials of Management, written by Kuhns and Weyrich. First, the definition of the term management. So management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. So let's try to understand this definition by looking at the words and the phrases that has been used in this particular definition. First, the term process. So management is a process. What does it show? It shows that management is not a one-time act. So when you manage something, you do a sequence of activities in a repeated manner. So the next phrase is efficiently accomplish selected aims. When we manage something, we try to accomplish selected aims. Not just anything that comes on the way, but the organization has some selected aims and we try to accomplish them in an efficient manner. Efficient, the word efficient is something which you would have heard in physics. So efficiency is nothing but how can you have a particular output with the least input. The next phrase, individuals working together in groups. So we are telling about individuals who are working, but they are not working in an isolated manner. They work together in groups. And the last one is design and maintain an environment. So we have the term environment there, which is being designed, and not just designed, but it is being maintained. So now let's try to put all these terms together. So management is a process which helps in efficiently accomplishing selected aims. So how are the selected aims accomplished? Selected aims are accomplished by individuals working together in groups. And finally, what is the process of management? It is actually the designing and maintaining of environment. So let me just read the definition once more. Management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. So we'll move to the next topic, which is managerial functions. Managerial function refers to the different functions that are expected of a manager. So there are 5 functions: planning, organizing, staffing, leading and controlling. We'll start with planning. Planning is selecting the missions and objectives as well as the actions to achieve them, which requires decision making. We'll take a few words first. First, what is mission? Mission is the purpose of the organization. So if you tell what exactly is your organization trying to achieve, well, that will be your mission. What are objectives? Objectives are goals. So you have a mission for which the organization is existing, and objectives are measurable goals for which the actions of the company or the organization would be oriented towards in a short term. So the next is actions to achieve them, which requires decision making. So your organization has a mission, and then you have measurable objectives, and then you have to plan for actions to achieve them. So in the planning phase, you also decide on the actions that are necessary to achieve the objectives. But to understand the level of detail to which you are going, we are not going to look to all the actions, but we will be only trying to understand the actions which requires decision making. So next, organizing. Organizing is establishing an intentional structure of roles for people to fill in an organization. So after planning, we are trying to organize. So in organizing, we'll not fill in people, but we'll just see what are the different job roles that the organization should have. Say, for example, in the case of our college, we have decided that we should have a director, a principal, and then we should have different heads of the department, and then different faculty in each department, and then students in each department. So that is organizing. We still don't have a person who is filling the role of director, principal, HODs, faculty or students, but we have decided, okay, we are going to start an organization or a college, and this is how our organization will look like. So that is the organizing part. And staffing is filling and keeping filled the positions in the organization structure. So we are telling two terms there, filling and keeping filled. So it's one thing when we recruit people and fill in the positions, but we can't expect a particular person to stay with that particular job role throughout the lifespan of the organization. There are chances that the person gets promoted to a different job role, or he could be sent to a different department, or even the person could resign from that particular job. So in those cases, we'll have to keep filling the particular job role. And there are also chances that, okay, we'll tell about expansion in later classes. So the next is leading. Leading is influencing people so that they will contribute to organizational and group roles. So it's one thing to have the organizational structure and people who are capable of doing things, but we need the leadership capabilities come in so that people actually start doing work. Finally, controlling. Controlling is measuring and collecting individual and organizational performance to ensure that events conform to plans. So in this phase of management, we collect the performance levels both at an individual level as well as the organizational level. So this helps us to understand if we are moving, if the organization is moving according to the plans that we initially had. So this actually helps in correcting the earlier phases of management. So initially we start with planning, and then now we have reached controlling. So now what is the next step? After we have seen the performance, we'll again go back to planning, and wherever our organization has not been conforming to the plans, we'll try to rectify them. So this process continues. So now let's see the managerial functions at different organization levels. So in the figure that you see here, towards the left we have a triangular shaped picture. Well, that is actually the organization. We have top level managers, middle level managers, and first level supervisors. As you can see, the top level managers are few in number, and middle level managers are slightly more in number, and then we have many first level supervisors. So the process or the managerial functions are not just limited to the top level managers. Even the first level supervisors have to be a part of different managerial functions. So we read on 5 different managerial functions, of which staffing has not been shown in the figure towards the right. So we have planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So, and we see that varying widths of planning, organizing. For example, that in the top level managers have a higher width for planning, organizing, and controlling, but they have a narrow width for leading. So that just shows that top level managers are more involved in planning, organizing, and controlling than in leading. So the figure doesn't show the term staffing. The author could very well mean that the staffing is something which all the level managers are equally involved. So well, that could be the reason why they have not included the term staffing. So what do you have to understand from this picture? What you have to understand from this picture is that, well, there are different job roles within an organization, but managerial functions are not limited to any particular job role. All the job roles will have certain amount of managerial functions. The only difference is what percentage of planning or organizing one particular job role does. As a person moves up the ladder, the planning, organizing, and controlling part increases, and the leading part decreases. So now that we have understood on the different functions, on different managerial functions, and also on managerial roles or the different levels in organization. We'll try to understand management in a better manner. So what have we understood now? As managers, people carry out the managerial function of planning, organizing, staffing, leading and controlling. We have looked to it, and management applies to any kind of organization. So it's not just a particular organization that we are speaking about. It applies to, say, a college, a shopping mall, or an industry. Will beat any kind of organization. The management principles that we are talking about applies everywhere, and it applies to managers at all organization levels. Just in the previous slide we saw that it applies to managers at the top level, middle level and the bottom level. The aim of all managers is the same: to create a surplus. So imagine a pencil factory. Pencil factory has many raw materials coming in. They have many equipments, there are many people working into it, and finally they produce a pencil. So they have a lot of expenses for creating the pencil or for making the pencil, and then finally they sell this pencil. And when they sell the pencil, they get some amount out of it. So for the organization to sustain itself, the amount that they get by selling the pencil should be greater than the money that they are spending on making the pencil. So only if we have a surplus, the organization will be able to sustain itself. The last point is managing is concerned with productivity, which implies effectiveness and efficiency. Someone is managing an organization better, usually we mean that the productivity there is higher, and to have higher productivity we need to have effectiveness and efficiency.